I think we're back. You there? You there, Nate? Arr. Oops. Technical difficulties. My apologies for anybody watching the replay. Um, where were we? We were talking about the offensive line.
Yeah, as usual with me.
Always the offensive line with the nutty one. All right, go ahead. Speak your mind.
Bro, uh, our front five is okay. I feel like JPJ might be a little disgruntled. Um, the fact that you don't think he's smart enough to play center kind of bugs me. Uh, DJ Glaze, he's looked real mid this preseason. Caleb Rogers, I feel like he could have
What's
done
up,
some
Cheetah?
time on the practice squad and developed a little bit. I was not happy with Caleb Rogers at all, and then I had big expectations for him. I thought he was powerful. I thought he could move his feet a little bit. I thought he'd be a good interior guard, and he adjusts pretty well to the strength of the NFL. But the speed is something else for him. I feel like he's a little slow with his feet. Charles Grant, he looks like he can develop. He looks like there's something there, so I'm okay with that. Thayer Munford, Putnam, I think Mafi made it, and I'm missing a couple more. But
No, I don't think Antonio Murphy made it.
okay.
Yeah, he's gone.
Who was the other guard that made it?
Uh,
I must have been.
hang on, I'll go back to the my screen here. So, it was Meredith, Rogers, Parham, Grant, and Kappa.
Oh, Kappa. Kappa's the one. Yeah.
Yeah, the Kappa man.
So, and I kind of expected to keep Kappa only because we overpaid for him, and that was
Right.
just a fucking dumbass move in the first place. Like we got one of the worst ranked offensive lines from last year, and we bring in one of the worst ranked offensive linemen from last year in the free agency. I put my hands, and this is a Pete Carroll thing. He doesn't invest or care. I don't want to say he doesn't care about offensive line, but it feels like it's not a priority. So it's so frustrating for me. And then everybody's worried about the backup quarterback situation. I'm like, well, if we get to that situation, it's because our offensive line fucking sucks. So it's like we're working backwards constantly, and I see it and I call it out, and people just, oh, Nate, you're tripping, oh, whatever, you're, I don't know, but
You're the nutty one for a
bro,
reason.
you know what I mean? You know what I mean?
Yeah, I don't know
So
me.
I'm okay with that. I'll take that label. I'll take that label on. I'm strong enough to take that label on, but at the same time, I'm gonna keep running. I'm gonna keep running my shit. So
Right. Look, I am. I don't know. Salute to you, Willie Wayne. With the offensive line specifically, I mean, I'm not too low on it per se. I think it's okay. Like, okay for the now. That could be better with the development of, I have full confidence and belief in JPJ and salute to you, Billy. You feel he needs to go back to center. Ideally, I would like that to be the case. But at the end of the day, it's like I said to you last time we shared the panel. Like, if they feel that he can make more of an impact at guard and it's for the betterment of the line as a whole, for them to gel better, then if that's the move, that's the move. I'm there with you. I would prefer him at center, but whatever it is, it's going to make our offensive line better as a whole. And as for those depth guys, you know, Thayer Mumford is whatever, as well as Kappa and Putnam. You know what I mean? But this is the initial roster, so let's see how the next day or so shakes out. Because I don't doubt that they're going to make some moves, and some of these fringe guys that just scraped in, the likes of Putnam and maybe even Lecky Fotu or even you know whoever else is that fringe guy, might be out of here, and then we make room for someone else that might come in and might be able to produce a little bit better. So I'm not tripping per se. Like the roster, to be honest, for me is as expected. So yeah, it is what it is. And as far as the backup quarterback situation, and salute to you, Jeff. I mean, I'm right there with you. I'm not like if we're worried about the backup quarterback, then but if we get there, then our season's probably going to be a wrap anyway. So yeah, you know, is Gino I trust, and let's see how it all shakes out, right?
yeah, Yeah. Parham has been playing better this offseason.
Right.
We'll see when it really counts, though. Um, I, bro, we just had the worst ranked offensive line last year, and we did very little to fix it. And the rookies we brought in, they're not close to being ready.
No, they're
So
not.
it's just I'm I got that rainy cloud over my head. I know, guys, but
Well, rookies, you know what I mean? This is expected for most of these guys, but at the same time, like, we're going to need a lot of those guys to produce day up with where the roster's at. I'm looking at, of course, Genty being our running back that we invested our first round draft pick in. One of those two wide receivers, specifically, I think Dante Thornton, who I think has, I have confidence in the guy that he's going to turn out to be a good player for us at the very least. I mean, it's been very pleasing to see how his development has been going in the off-season and preseason. And it's to the point where he's actually overshadowed the other guy that we drafted with more capital than that, being Jack Besh in the second round. So there is that. But all those other guys, like, Darian Porter's going to be starting as that CB number 2. That's a bit of a worry for me. Like, that the secondary room as a whole, specifically cornerback, is a worry. I think until proven otherwise, and I'm hope that I'm wrong, it could be a rough ride when it comes to our pass coverage this year, with where we're at with our cornerback situation. But there are aspects of the roster I like, and I think that's going to make us a little bit more competitive than next year. Like, I still believe this is a transitional year where we need to go through this in order to be where we want to be in time. But I do trust the front office. I do trust the coaching staff, and that's just where I stand. And salute to you, Lecky. I see you in the building. Malolele.
and my trust is fading. Let's go over the draft a little bit. Let's okay. Ashton Genty, you don't. He's a great player. He's a good player. He looks like he's going to be a solid player. We don't know if he's going to be a generational yet, but he is a solid player. It looks like. Round 2, Jack Besh. It looks like he won't be ready to start yet. It looks like he's a little behind expectations. We drafted back so many times to get him and collect draft picks and stack up our depth and with guys that aren't going to play this year. So let's keep going though. Third round, we get our offensive lineman, I believe.
Darian Porter as well.
Yeah, or no, Darian Porter. I'm skipping Porter. Porter, I can see how he could fit in this defense and how Pete Carroll can kind of like him, but it looks like he's going to need time to develop, and we're just going to throw him out to the wolves and let him get cooked. And how much is that going to fuck with his confidence? Like, as a DB, you got to have a short-term memory, but if he's going to go out there and get cooked all year and with very little help, I don't know how long he'll last. And then we'll go to the offensive lineman, the back-to-back offensive lineman we took. Caleb Rogers had me scratching my head the day of the draft. I saw him in training camp. I kind of got my hopes up a little bit. It looked like he had some good power to him, but he's going to need time to develop. He's too slow. Charles Grant looks like he's going to be okay, but he's going to need more time to develop as well, adjusting to the NFL speed as well. And then what was the 4th round pick? I believe it was Dante Thornton. He needs to put some weight on. He looks a little. He looks like Snoop Dogg out there running routes, to be real. Just, you know what I mean? Hella skinny, just skinny, tall dude.
I thought he looked
I'm
good
okay.
this season.
I'm okay as long as he can catch the ball and go up there and catch it. But I think he needs to put some weight on. I'm just mad, bro. I'm mad. And then
No, you are.
and then fifth round, what did we get?
Tonga Hemingway, JJ Pegues.
Oh, okay. I like those picks. I do like those picks. I like JJ Pegues. I thought Tonka was kind of light in the ass. But I like he's explosive. He's doing his thing. I like Tonka. And then JJ, I think JJ is going to be good as well. And then so that's we're in the 5th round, and so we finally hit in the 5th round, in my opinion. And then so we go to the 6th round, and these guys are cut now. Who is it? Mella and
Tommy Milano
Cam Miller.
Cam Miller.
Yeah, and then Lindenberg made the team.
Right.
I didn't see much from Lindenberg out there.
Me
I mean,
neither.
I expect him to play special teams mainly. I don't see it, guys. I really don't see it right now. I'm upset as shit. Yeah. I can't see the comments, but I can hear
Westside
AR.
says,
Yeah,
my God, Nate, calm down. It's not that bad.
bro, I am losing my shit, Ern. Yeah. Oh my God, I
Right,
am
we
losing
haven't
my
even
shit.
played a game yet, man. We gotta see how it unfolds, brother. Just have a little bit
I'm
of faith.
I'm I'm worried. My anxiety levels are.
Right, but it's
Yeah.
not uncommon for us to like cut or waive guys we pick in the 6th and 7th round. Like they're the 6th and 7th round guys. It's like, so what? You know what I mean? Like if they were that highly touted, then we would have the other teams would
Then
have picked them up earlier.
why do we draft out of the second round 3 or 4 times before we finally pick a wide receiver who's probably not going to start this year? And then when we pass up on a bunch of solid starters, and then we with those picks we collected for the back end of the rounds, it's pointless because we just end up cutting them anyway. So it's bro.
We only cut Cam Miller and Tommy Malone, and as I said to you before, Nate, those guys they proved it in preseason. They're not ready. I mean, practice squad for me is the perfect place for them to go and you know, sit and just.
I'm with you, AR. I'm with you 100%. But my issue, and I go deeper into it. My issue is talent evaluation. Again, where it looks terrible. It looks optics from the outside. I'm not in the building, so I don't see the everyday hustle they're doing in this. But the optics from the outside, I only watch the preseason games and a couple clips from training camp. I don't like the optics from this talent evaluation perspective.
Okay, I feel you. Yeah, look, I guess I'm on the other side of the coin. I do feel like we're going to be okay. Bah, bah, bah. And salute to you, Robert. I see you in the building.
Fuck.
Yeah, look, we haven't even played a game yet, so the sky isn't falling yet. Just let things shake.
I know, guys. I know. I'm working this out in my head still. I've been like this since Monday. I haven't been feeling well. It's fucking a lot of things are
a lot of
adding to
pent
this
up
shit.
frustration.
Oh my god.
Maybe you need to spend some quality time with the wife. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Some pent up urges that need to be.
Yeah.
Fulfilled.
But, she don't want to touch me right now because I'm feeling sick. So yeah, that's another issue. But
so the reason reveals itself.
So we're getting deeper. There's layers in this shit, people. There's layers in this shit. Mind your business. Mind your fucking business.
Okay. I got you. But as I said, look, I am not crying spill milk over over Tommy Malott or Cam Miller. Like, you know, if they made the final roster, what are they going to do, even in spots? Like, I'll look at Tommy Malott. The guy isn't ready, and I can accept that. You know what I mean? Like, he was going to be, he was a project player, project pick. We expected him to be sitting for a little while just to hone his craft until maybe one day he can develop to be a decent wide receiver. But he's not ready. I mean, if he kept him on the roster, what is he going to do? I don't see him doing much in spots. More than the other guys we got in the door, more than Amari Cooper, who we picked up, you know what I'm saying, as our 5th wide receiver as it stands. You know what I'm saying? Like, even though he's not the Amari Cooper of old, like, you cannot tell me Amari Cooper is not going to contribute more than Tommy Malott is. You know what I mean? As it stands. So, like, why keep him on the final roster if he's not going to do nada? Even on special teams, we have Lorby, who, for me, outplayed Tommy Malott and proved to be a feasible option at gunner. And Darian Porter being the other gunner, so, you know, c'est la vie. Cam Miller, like, if he clears waivers, which I expect him to, I mean, I don't feel like another team is going to pick him up. And like I said before, if they do, so what? And, yeah, that's just how I feel about, like, Tommy Malott. And Cam Miller, the same could be said of him, too. Like, I don't expect him to be picked up by another team, and if they do, whatever, you know? And so to you, on 6, I see in the building. But what else do you see with the roster? Is there anything that you do like?
Our punter's a G. I'm not happy with Carlson either. He missed a couple field goals this preseason, but our punter's solid. Hey, Gino, I like Gino. I'm impressed with Gino. I'll say that. Colton Miller, I'm impressed with Colton Miller. I like the leadership he's shown so far. Um,
What about the running back room? How do you feel? How do you feel about that?
uh, we messed up not getting a running back in that sixth or seventh round that we wasted on Malott and
See that I can
so
agree
so.
with you with. I would have preferred them to take another
Yeah,
running back, being that that was a pretty deep class, and have them compete with the likes of Zamir and all the other
Moser,
guys, Lobby, Mostert
Moser.
as well. And Sweet 216, he's been a 7 month member to my channel, always supporting me, so I do appreciate that. But yeah, like I'm there with you. I would have preferred that to happen, but it didn't happen. So here we are. At the very least, Zamir White, like he did play well enough to make the roster. I will give him that. I just want to see better from him come the regular season. I'm not going to get off his helmet yet. Mostert, we'll see what he can do, and Lobby, if he can contribute a little bit more, even just as a special teams guy, then I'm cool with that.
I don't think Moster's going to last the whole season. We dropped the ball by not addressing getting more running backs in the building. Zamir White, we all know what Zamir White's good for, like 2 yards a carry.
Can I read out Westside's comment?
Um,
As he says that Zamir
Go ahead.
White looks like he got new legs, just like Lieutenant Dan. Go ahead.
I did see a little shiftiness I haven't seen from him, but on like one or two plays. Other than that, he's still just keeping his head down, hitting the hole. I don't mind that, but it's what he's good for. But we need somebody else, in my opinion. Again, Lobby is going to be specifically special teamer,
Right.
but I have a feeling we're gonna have to have him carry take some carries this year. 'Cause I don't think Mostert's going to last a full year. He never does. Um, Ashton Genty, he looks like he's going to be a dog, but we'll see. We'll see.
Yeah. Lobby's fulfilling that Taiwan Jones type role. Special teams ace, if he can be that. I'm not saying he's a special teams ace yet, but a special teamer who, if we need him to come in at running back, hopefully he can do some things. But yeah, we've got Genty. The running back room is going to be Genty, and then the other guys. So I'm good with that. Genty's our guy. We drafted him high with our first round pick for a reason, and hopefully he turns out to be everything that we expect from being a highly invested first round draft pick, right?
Exactly. Yeah, I agree with that.
Right. What about tight ends? I mean, Brock Bowers. we do have Michael Mayer and Ian Thomas to round off the tight end room.
I don't mind. I don't mind that at all. They didn't see enough from the other tight ends. Okay. Uh, I thought maybe just for the structure of the roster, we might have kept more, but they didn't feel that way.
Carter Runyon
So
did okay, but again, another guy who should clear waivers, and I see him being a practice squad guy. I wouldn't be surprised to see his name there.
yeah, Ismail. I like Ismail. Was Rocky Ismail's nephew or something?
Yes, it was.
He
He was a relation. I liked him too.
he had a couple drops, but he had some good side. He looked like he belonged. Um, maybe he's not as good of a blocker as Ian Thomas, but he probably could have gained some weight, to be honest. But
Right.
yeah,
Well, another guy I hope to see there make the practice squad for the fact as well as he's a legacy guy, and I felt he did okay. I thought Carter Runyon was a little bit more impressive, but I see one of those two guys being on the practice squad. But go ahead, Nate.
No, I heard something the other day. I think they were talking about Geno Smith and how he likes to target the seams. He's like a deep seam thrower. He doesn't really like the middle of the field too much, which is fucking kind of crazy because Brock Bowers, that's where Brock Bowers is going to eat. So we'll see how that situation works out. Considering that Geno Smith's only outside weapon really is Tucker and Thornton. I guess Cooper now, but I don't think Cooper's a speedster. I think he's gonna carve people up like he does. But
We have to wait and see what happens with Jacoby Myers. But I mean, we can segue to the wide receiver. I mean,
yeah,
go ahead.
yeah. Uh, Coop, Coop. I was
I'm
upset
happy
with
to
that
see
for
him
sure.
back.
I was upset.
I fuck with Murray Cooper. You know what I'm
I
saying?
do.
Oh, we've lost Nate. Give me a moment, chat. I'll see if I can bring him back on the screen. What's happened to you, Nate? One moment, please. There we go.
Are we still up?
Yeah. You poof disappeared.
Ah.
Now you've reappeared. Go ahead.
Oh, okay. What was I saying? Coop.
Before, sorry.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
I'll ask this question after. No, go ahead. You go.
Oh, yeah, go ahead. Go ahead.
Just on 6, he said a question for the panel. If you guys could cut one player from the team that made the final 53-man roster now to make room, I guess, for whoever we bring in, who would it be?
Putnam.
Yeah, my bubble
Putnam.
guy is Putnam. Or even like Lecky Fotu. I mean, we didn't really see him in preseason, and I don't know what's going on with him, but, you know, those are the two guys, I guess. Yeah, or even, I dare say, another guy we drafted, Cody Lindenberg. I wasn't too impressed with him. And he's another guy I feel needs to develop, but whatever. So that's my answer to that. Have you got any other answers besides Putnam?
Pickett.
Kenny Pickett. I don't think that's gonna happen since we just drafted. We just
Fuck.
traded for him.
Fuck. See, I don't know. I don't got nothing, guys. I'm not very happy with this roster in general right now. They got to show me something.
If I may,
Go ahead. Go ahead. No, go ahead.
I was just gonna say the wide receiver room on paper as it stands, pending that what happens with Jacoby Myers. But if he stays, I kind of like it. I think it looks decent enough on paper. Jacoby Myers, Jack Bash, Trey Tucker, Dante Thornton, Amari Cooper. But go ahead, Nate. Speak your mind.
But he already said he doesn't want to be here, didn't there? Right? Whether he said it without saying it, he's checked out, right?
Well,
I don't want nobody here that doesn't want to be here.
He might be saying that just to get leverage with wanting to get more. I don't know, but I'm just playing it by ear for me.
2 weeks before the season starts, that's ridiculous, bro. No, you don't. You do that shit before training camp even starts. You do that shit now. I don't know.
I get you. Look, it's to be seen what happens with Myers, but
ruffling feathers, and that's not his fault. We're dogging him. We're not doing him any favors. Fucking, he doesn't like what he sees. He wants to get out. Hey, fuck you at the same time, but I get it.
Well, Marcus agrees with you at the very least.
Respectfully.
I gotcha. Well, lastly, with Amari Cooper, I for one, I know some in the nation are a little bit sour with Cooper and how it ended with him, but I'd like to remember that at his best, Cooper is one of the best wide receivers in the game. At his best. I mean, yes, it would be Jekyll and Hyde with Cooper. He would appear and be looking like the best wide receiver in the game, and then he would disappear for stretches. He went to other teams, did pretty much the same thing. He's a couple of years removed from being a highly productive wide receiver. So, now we're just looking at to be a depth guy, a veteran presence who can contribute in spots. And I believe we're going to get that at the very least. And he's going to contribute, in my personal opinion, a lot more than, say, if we had kept Tommy Malone or even the other guys who I liked, with being Shedrick Jackson and Bachman. But, we went with Amari Cooper, and I'm good with that. So for the now, I'm okay with where we're at wide receiver. That's just how I feel. What about the line, defensive line? I know your feelings on the offensive side of the ball. What say you about the defensive side of the coin?
I like Adam Butler. You guys know I like Adam Butler. I think his boy Thomas Booker. I think That's going to be a good combination. We'll see. We didn't see a lot of it in the preseason, but I think they're both really twitchy, really quick, powerful dudes with their first step,
Thank you for sharing out
explosive.
the links, Jeff.
I, that combination is going to be a handful for offensive linemen to block,
I hope so, man.
including with Max
so.
on the outside. And if Malcolm can continue to get better, we will see the old Malcolm again. Because that last preseason game, you saw him; he was getting off the line.
I saw he was starting to find his feet again. Like I was worried after what I saw game one, but I'm hoping that it's just a case of look, he's shaking off a little ring rust, and he'll get back to where we need him to be, in time. Hopefully sooner rather than later. But go ahead, Nate.
I like Kuntz. I thought it might take him a while to get going anyway, but if he can continue to trust that injury and trust that he did everything that he was supposed to do, and he can explode off of it and take blocks off of it, then we'll be okay. I think Kuntz is going to be okay if he can continue to develop and then to continue to heal and trust his injury. But as far as the depth goes, I like the rookies. I'm kind of upset we let Carter go. Like I think a lot of Raider Nation. He looked like a pass rush specialist.
I'll give you that. I thought Carter was good enough to make the roster over the likes of, like I said, Leki Fotu, who I just haven't seen nothing on. There must be a reason they're high on the guy, and I'm hoping that we see that very reason when he does come back healthy. The only guy
Carter. No, go ahead. I'm fucking.
You're heated.
Yeah.
The only guy the other guy I liked, and I'm hoping he at least comes back on the practice squad, being that I noticed him doing some things and making some plays, is Trevor Ma'ai, the undrafted free agent from Baylor. I mean, he didn't make the final roster, but if we bring him back, I think he's going to be a priority for the practice squad, and I hope he does come back. So yeah, and to answer your question, Michael, just short and sweet, I'm expecting, and I'm hoping it's going to be more, and salute you, must use alert, 5 to 8 wins. That's my expectation. I think this is going to be a transition area before we can be where we want to be. But anyways, Nate, go ahead.
Yeah, I'm with you with that right now. I had us at 10 wins before the draft, before the schedule came out.
Sorry, how many wins? 16.
No, 10.
These are 16.
Yeah, no.
We're going to the Super Bowl.
No, yeah. I wish I had that much confidence in this team. I do not.
One day, Nate. One day. Go ahead.
Yeah. But yeah, I like Maui. Mawai. I like him. He was nice. He played with hustle and effort, and that's what you expect.
Didn't he have a sack or two?
Yeah. Yep.
I got to be honest. From my untrained eye, I noticed him more than I noticed J.J. Pegues and Tonka Hemingway.
Yeah.
But whatever. Undrafted free agent.
Yeah. J.J. Pegues is explosive, bro. He's got a good quick step. The same with Tonka. I like what I see from the rookies for sure. They're disruptive for sure. They'll get back there and cause havoc.
Well, can they be productive? That's what I want. I keep saying this time and time again. I am tired of us drafting interior guys that don't even work out to be rotational guys. We have drafted, by count, if I recollect correctly, 9 since 2017, and none of those guys have amounted to anything. Nada. Not even a rotational guy. We've drafted 2 again this year. So can one of these guys just do the bare minimum and be a spot rotational guy? That's what I want. If they can be more than that, then hallelujah. Praise the heavens. But anyways, go ahead, Nate.
Yeah, I hear you, bro. I hear you. It's a bunch of swinging misses. Yeah.
Right. And then you also got Jonah Lalu, who's also the other guy who rounds off the roster.
He made a couple plays. I saw for him. I think they're expecting him to play that nose tackle kind of role, that one technique over the center.
I got you.
And I don't think he's big enough. But he did explode a couple times against some backups. But I don't know. We'll see. We'll see.
Got much thoughts on the defensive end room? I mean, Crosby, Kuntz being our starters, and then you got, I mean, Tyrese penciled in as a defensive end, but I like more of what I saw with him being in the interior than on the outside, right? That's just how I
Yeah.
felt. I felt he was more effective.
No.
I've always felt that like he's been more effective on the interior. And salute to the 34 in the chat. I appreciate you. Just double tap that screen if you like what you see. And you got the sub button up there. But no surprises for me. Charles Snowden's still on our roster. I thought he did well enough in spots, being that fourth rotation, the fourth guy on our end room. If we try to bolster that with waiver wire, we will see. But yeah, if you got any other takes, otherwise we can just go to the linebackers.
Oh, I was gonna say, there's no reason why we couldn't have kept Carter, bro. There's no fucking reason. Every team needs a pass rush. You need multiple pass rushers. I don't get it. You could have made room for him, cutting Putnam. You didn't have to bring Putnam back. Nobody was gonna get Putnam. Fucking bro, yeah. I'm back on the offensive line. You guys know how I do.
The nutty one. That's the nutty one for you. All right. What about linebacker? I mean, the guys who were we thought were going to make the roster, it wasn't really a surprise with Landon Roberts, Devin White, Jamal Adams, Jermaine Pratt. But Tommy Eichenberg and Cody Lindenberg, the two Bergs, rounding off the linebacker room. I mean, I think they're okay enough. Yeah, I wouldn't call them like a strength, but
special teamers at best right now.
Yeah, I'm with you. I haven't been impressed with Eichenberg since he's been in the door. He was hit and miss in the preseason, not really making like he didn't have a say Amari Gaynor or even my guy Luke Masterson years back type preseason, which is what ideally I wanted to see, but whatever. We'll see with him. Cody Lindenberg's a guy that needs time, but whatever.
Most likely they're going to get some playing time this year because we got a lot of injury-prone linebackers. Devin White, Jamal Adams. I think Pratt's pretty healthy for the most part.
Jamal Adams is moving around real well, though. I think he impressed me.
I like Jamal. Yeah, he's looking nice, but how long can he keep that up for? He's older. He's been dealing with a lot of injuries his whole career.
Come on, Nate. Don't speak this into existence. Please don't speak
this into existence. We're asking him to play in the box. Bro, I'm worried. And then we got Eichenberg and Lindenberg to back him up. I'm worried, guys. I'm worried.
Well, hopefully we won't have to see those two on the field too much because, for the very least, like, are we going to be running more of what we did last season? Being that we still have Patrick Graham as our defensive coordinator and having more nickel sets than playing three linebackers at a time. I guess we'll see, but even that's I'm there with you on that one. Like the cornerback rooms are a worry. I'm not sold on the coverage capabilities of this cornerback room at all, and I'm hoping I'm wrong. And Art, I see you in the building. Good morning to you. With Stokes, Porter, DeCam Richardson, Darnay Holmes, and Caillou Blue Kelly, the last guy to round off the roster, beating out the likes of everyone's favorite UDFA in the offseason, Greedy Vance.
I like Greedy, but I already knew he was going to be like a special teamer guy at best this year. He just, yeah.
Sorry, Jeff just said you're sitting on the short bus already. He's on the special bus.
Yep, the nutty bus.
The nutty bus.
Yep.
It kind of does look like you're either on one of those old school trains or even like the prison bus.
It's a transit. We kind of decked it out for work. But...
Yeah, he's working, gang. He's working.
Yeah.
So we have to appreciate his time. How much more time do you have left? I know your time is limited.
I got a few. Take it another 20 minutes or so.
All right, cool. You just let me know when you need to go, and we'll wrap it up. But have you much more to say about that cornerback room other than what I said?
We're gonna rely on the defensive line to cause pressure to hopefully make it easier for the DBs. But yeah, I agree. I'm not very happy with with what Pete Carroll has done with this DB room, it's looking real thin, and real mediocre.
Yeah. Here we go again, another season where we just haven't really found the guy yet. Um, I like the physical intangibles and the athleticism of these guys. We've got a very young, very fast, physical cornerback room, which I do like. It's just, I said this when I made the case for Jacorian Bennett, when I wanted to keep him on the roster. For me, my primary want with cornerback guys is, can you cover? Like, all those other things are secondary for me, like run support, tackling, and all that. Like, if you can cover, then that for me is what I ideally want, and I'm just not sold on the coverage capabilities of any of these guys yet. And I like to stress yet, because I do see big things in time with.
Yeah. I, and Stokes, bro. Another injury-prone player. We're hoping he stays healthy. I like DCAM. I thought Pete Carroll could have molded DCAM to something real nice, but we haven't seen it quite yet. It might be a maturity issue again. I don't. Not saying he's out there with the kissing booth like Christian Wilkins, but I'm just saying, as far as
with DCAM,
understanding.
I don't think, like, sorry to interrupt. Like, I haven't. At least I haven't noticed him for the wrong reasons. I didn't notice him getting cooked in the preseason, so I guess there is that.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
Go ahead.
I saw Porter getting cooked a couple times.
Right, I saw that too.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know.
I'm just saying, at least with DCAM, I didn't notice him getting cooked, and if he's not getting cooked, then that, I guess, can only mean that he's doing his job, right? So I'm hopeful with DCAM Richardson. It just sucks that here we are having to bank on hope with our secondary rather than there being solidified belief, right?
Yeah.
And what about safety? What about the safety room? Polamalu, Chin, Christopher Smith III, who I was actually pleased to see his preseason performances and production. He was a guy I get heavily critical of, being that, like, you've been on our roster how many years? Like, 3 seasons, and he's done what? Like, nothing. So at least now in the preseason where he's fighting for his roster spot, he did well. He did well enough to earn his job over the likes of Trey Taylor, who I liked as well, but he might be another practice squad candidate. And then there's Thomas Harper, who I didn't notice on the field in the preseason. I don't know what was going on with there, but a safety room which I feel like that's highlighted by the likes of Polamalu and Jeremy Chin, and I think can be good enough. Can they be good, period, or great? I don't know. What say you, Nate?
I think Edmonds earned a spot over Harper. I'll tell you that. But yeah, Edmonds isn't here no more.
I feel you on that. I thought he would have. I thought he played well enough, especially when you take into consideration that, like, he just been on our team for 2 weeks, and I thought, like, for all things considered, the 2-week body of work, and he was getting a lot of run time with the ones. I thought he was a shoo-in to make the roster, but he's not there anymore. So I guess c'est la vie, right?
Decisions, terrible decisions, in my opinion. Polamalu, I mean, our safeties are our only team that are the only group that really got any turnovers, I believe. Back-to-back turnovers, back-to-back weeks in the first quarter. So Chin, I love Chin. I thought Chin was our biggest acquisition this offseason.
Yeah.
Okay. I can't wait to see him in a real game, see what he can really do for us. Polamalu, I want to see him. I want to see what he can do. I know a lot of people are hyped on him. Me, not so much. I feel like he's always kind of struggled with coverage. He gets tricked too much, staring in the backfield. Maybe I'm not sure what he's looking at, but I'm just taking a guess.
He did make a nice play. He's out of position. Preseason, though.
Yeah, you're right. He made that interception. That's what I'm saying. But a lot of times he's out of position. So I want to see him continue to build up on that interception he got week one and keep building on that with his coverage skills.
Right. But look, an undrafted free agent who's worked his way up to the roster to now he's our starter, and he was, as I said before on previous lives, to my recollection, the first off-season signing that the new regime made. Right, so that goes to show the confidence in Isaiah Palomar being a priority to re-sign. So yeah, look, I'm excited to see what he can do. And Chin, to your point, the Chin man. He's been getting a lot of hype from other people as well as yours truly, Nate. So I'm hoping he can make good on that said hype, right?
Yeah, I hope so. I hope so.
Me too. I mean, of the guys we cut, like, who would you like to see back on the practice squad outside of the obvious with Tommy Malott, Cam Miller, and Lecky Fotu going back to that designated international
Tassi.
player program spot? Is there any
Tassi,
other guys?
yeah. Who do I want back? That's probably got to be Carter. Just because I feel like he can never have enough pass rushers.
Yep.
Um,
He could be that veteran guy that we put back on the practice
yeah.
squad. I get you.
Yeah. Who would I want back?
Can I throw out a name here before I throw out the other names? Because you guys, it was quite funny when I was listening to your JWB podcast. I could hear the debate over Sincere McCormick was quite heavy, specifically with shout out to Dirty and shout out to Black. Yeah.
Boy. Yeah.
Yeah. So I for one, am on the
Sincere.
side of the coin of I'm not giving Sincere any more practice squad spots. I mean, he's had 3 years on the practice squad already, and,
Yeah.
and I highlighted this in the off season. You either make the roster or you can go. He didn't do enough in the preseason to make the roster, so I personally am good on Sincere, but we'll see you. Salute to you, Pete. I see you in the building.
Yeah, the scholarship program's done, bro. Unless of course Pete Carroll or Tom Brady likes you. So Sincere is time ran out. They might bring him back, but I won't lose any sleep. He averaged like 4.7 yards last year. I guess we ended up finding out
Unlimited
on
carries.
like 30 carries. Yeah. But I don't know. I won't miss him. He didn't show me enough. He was solid, but I feel like you can find a running back. A lot of teams can find running backs except for the Raiders apparently. So.
Well, at least we've addressed that with drafting Ash and Genty. I am there with you. I would have liked to have seen us draft another guy in that 6th or 7th round, but here we are, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Like I said, I don't think Mosley's going to make it the whole year again. That's just forte. That's the pattern. That's his pattern. I don't know who would I want to bring back.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Trevor Mai. He's a name I
Mai?
would like to see back. Trevor Mai, the defensive tackle.
Mai?
The EDFA from Baylor. I like we highlighted before. Made some plays in the offseason.
On the 53 or practice squad?
Look, he didn't make the initial roster, so he's a guy who will have to wait and see clears waivers, and I don't doubt that he will. Maybe a team might take a flower on him if they do, whatever. But he's a guy who I would like to see back on the practice squad. I think he, like I said, 2 sacks and he caused that field goal block. And the other 2, I guess 3 names: Shedrick Jackson. Bo Jackson's great nephew or whatever it is, or even is it Alex Bachman? Is that his first name, Alex?
Yeah.
Alex Bachman. One of those 2 guys I'd like to see return. We were talking about the tight ends, Carter Runyon, and Kadir is now. So
I don't know. They must not like Collier. What's his name? Collier, the running back.
Kadir Ismail.
Collier.
Oh, Collier, yes. Chris Collier, yes.
He outplayed Sincere in my opinion this offseason.
Yeah, me too. I agree. I agree with that.
I thought he outplayed Zamir White, to be
I
honest.
didn't
But
even see him listed as one of the cuts or the releases, but apparently he was waived and released. That's why when I did my mock final 53, I didn't even put him on the sheet because I thought I heard that he was cut, but he didn't even make the roster. But that was a quiet exit, even though like I felt he was averaging more than 4.5 yards per carry in the preseason, unlimited carries. But
he ran hard.
He ran hard, and he ran with heart. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
and yeah. But again, and like I keep saying, like these aren't guys I'm going to cry spilt milk about, right? Well, look.
Hey,
Go ahead.
I can only be me, guys. I can only be me. I'm not trying to be anybody else. I got my own thoughts. I got my own opinions. You either like them or you don't. Stick around. You might. I'm always trying to get better, 1% every day. So it is what it is. I'm working through it right now. So please forgive me.
No,
but,
this is good, Nate. This is
yeah.
we fuck with you, man. This is I like having you on the panel.
I appreciate you guys.
So,
I appreciate it.
And I appreciate you giving me your time before work. But I don't have any more thoughts. I for one, I'm happy enough with where the roster's at. I mean, it can always be better. You know what I'm saying? There's a reason why we won only 4 or 5 games last season. It's not an overnight thing that's going to be fixed, and it's still a work in progress. But we will see. Any other thoughts?
I'm good. I appreciate you, AR, as always. Fucking chat, solid. I'm still looking forward to this season. Don't get me wrong. I love football. Like if you know me, I watch semi-pro. I watch indoor football. I watch Canadian. I watch XFL. I watch football. So I can't wait to see my team go out there and compete and hopefully win some games. But the roster, I'm not digging it right now. I'm not digging the vibes I'm getting from that part of the equation right now. But
Art says no apologies necessary, Nutty Raider Nate. So yeah, and salute to you, Ralph. I see. I don't know if I said hello to you yet, but as always, look, I do appreciate your time. I know you got a full day's work ahead of you, so I'll let you carry on with your day. Thank you to everybody in the chat who joined us for the morning show. It's a week break, right, before we go into the regular season, before the first game, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
So we got this week. It's kind of like a bye week, and then we start the season.
Right. So I might take a little bit of a break, and then we'll get back to this when the regular season starts. But when we do wrap up the show, there's one last thing I want to ask you off camera. So please, if you can just stick around just for a minute. I'd like to talk to you off camera. But anyways, gang, I appreciate you. We out for now. I'm Afakasi Raider. Got your boy, the Nutty One. Nutty Raider Nate. Raider Nation for life. We'll lose a tie. As always, Raider Nation to white Nate.
Motherfucking die.
Have some faith, gang. We'll get there in time, all right? All right, take care, gang. We'll catch you on the flip side for sure. All right, peace.
Yeah.